Hello and welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Tom and with me this week is Emma. Hey Emma, how's it going?
Oh, it's going really well. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm a bit, I don't know, I don't want to say exhausted of the weather over here, but it's been quite the week.
Yeah.
Like, where I am, it hasn't been particularly bad until about Wednesday, so it's been snowing massively in the UK. It's been a bit strange. Wednesday was when it started getting severe, like where I was, but from Monday, I think the warmest it got was about -2. But
oh my goodness,
snow, and I'm just like, oh, that's really not warm at all. I'm pretty okay with the cold weather, but when it's like persistent and lasts for a long time, I kind of get to a point where I'm just like, this can kind of go away now.
Yeah, I've heard that people's works have closed down. They're like stocking up on food and everything, and all the pictures are like people are bundled up and like, oh my goodness, it's crazy because like just a couple days ago, I'm over here in Florida, so I got a sunburn, and then everyone in like the Good Guy Gamers is talking about how they're snowed in and stuff, and I'm like, oh, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's been really strange as well because like where I work, they were like, yeah, we're not going to shut. We can stay open the whole time, and because we manufacture and dispatch, the lorries just weren't getting in, so. We were just building up massive amounts of stuff, and it just wasn't going anywhere. So we're just like, we've got nowhere to put it. So we're just praying that people turn up. Yeah. And well, we closed 45 minutes early on Friday, and that was the only time we got off.
Oh no! So you didn't even get like everyone's getting like these fun breaks where they're like, oh, I get to stay home in my pajamas and drink hot chocolate, and you got 45 minutes.
45 minutes leaving early on a Friday, and it took me an hour and a quarter to get home on Thursday because I was like, yeah, I'll go this way, it'll be fine. Got midway along like a short section of road, and because I drive a BMW which has got rear wheel drive, I just got stuck, and I'm just like, this is the worst thing. So I had to like try and flip it around, and it took me like 20 minutes to get out of being stuck, and then like a slow, cautious drive home was needed.
Yeah, really. Oh, what a terrible. Well, I'm glad you had the 45 minutes. I mean, it doesn't make up for much, but it's a little bit of a bright spin on your week.
Yeah, and then it's just been a crazy week. It's so I think it's like the coldest I can recall ever. Like
I think I've heard something like that. Yeah,
and it's crazy. Hopefully it's gonna rain overnight, and it's all just gonna be gone by the morning.
Oh no, I need everyone to make me a snowman first. Living in Florida, I never get to see them, and no one ever makes me snowmen, and all I want are just pictures of snowmen. So I need an army. Get out there, build me a snowman.
Oh, but it's cold and dark and late. And I'm just like, oh no, I'm nice and warm inside.
Make up the snowman though, Top.
I know, right? Actually, I don't know if I've got any of my stuff because I've been shipping everything I have over to my parents' house.
That's true. Yeah, you've had a week, man. Like weather, moving.
Yeah. I've basically cleaned nearly everything out of my apartment, and I have very, very little left here. And I'm getting the apartment valued on, I don't know when. It must be Monday, Tuesday.
Okay,
so it'll have already happened by the time this has come out. And it's just a case of I need to get the apartment looking as nice as it can be, and the easiest way to get it looking nice is to have nothing in it at all.
Look at all this space you can do anything with. Yeah,
you can put all your things in, which is where all my things were.
Yeah, it used to be.
But I think I'm going to be heading over to my parents' house to stay over there because all my stuff's there and not here. And just to keep it tidy, like, because I'm not really the most organised person. I'm real good at just being like, yes, I will get to that later.
Oh no.
And letting things build up slightly.
Organised chaos, right?
I'm getting way better at it, but at the same time, I'm just like, I know I need to. It's just going to be better for me not to be here for the next few days until the valuations are done. Yeah. And then, like, if people are going to be viewing it, it's just going to be easier if I'm just not here messing things up, because it'll be like frantic tidying every other day or something crazy like that.
It'll be nice too, because like when they come, like you won't have to leave and figure out what you're gonna do. Like you'll just be
Yeah.
out of there. So
I just
yeah.
won't be there at all anyway. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. And yeah, I've been speaking to my parents a lot because they're gonna try and help out and cover things
Oh, that's
like
nice.
while I'm at work, especially over the next 2 weeks because like my temporary employee left a week and a half ago, which was understandable. Her contract ran out, and then next week my new employee starts. So I've kind of like got
Ooh.
2.5 weeks where I can't really do anything because there's two of us covering a two-person job.
Yeah.
And I had someone helping before then, and it was much more manageable. And now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I need an extra person, but they're not coming for a
You
week,
need
and
four
then I need
hands,
to train
yeah.
them on top of it. So
Oh
yeah,
no.
it's a really busy, crazy time, both work and the weather, and just all the things that are going on at home.
Yeah, really. You're
So
like I don't know why. Like you remind me of going to the buffet and you're just piling things like on your plate. And you take some
yeah,
of this, some of this, some of that.
yes,
Just
and
put the
then you
plate
get
down.
yeah, horrible belly pains later in the day when it's noodle.
I
Yeah.
had too much to eat. Yeah. Oh, this metaphor just
Yes.
got sad. Yeah.
Yes, I definitely didn't need those 2 spoonful of curry right on top of my pizza. Ah! Oh, that'd be
Oh, yeah.
delicious. Would it? I
No,
don't
no,
know.
it wouldn't.
No,
No, it
probably
wouldn't.
no.
No, yeah, no.
Oh dear. So yeah, what's been keeping you busy recently?
Oh my goodness. Well, basically as soon as it turned 2018, I'm not gonna say I did the whole new year, new me thing, because no, it was just, it just made sense to start on January 1st, so we're gonna go with that instead
Yeah.
of being cliche. But I have been so involved with, you know, working out and, my Fitbit. I never take it off now, at all. I'm counting like all my steps. I went on a walk today, turned around after 2 minutes because I realized I needed to charge my Fitbit for like 15 minutes or else I wasn't going to get those steps. So I did that, and then I've been like meal prepping like a fiend. So it's taken up a lot of time, but it's been so fun.
Yeah, I that's something I did when I started living alone.
Sorry, Dom.
Actually, like for me, it happened in phases. Like it must have been 2012. I was like, right, I'm gonna get healthy. I'm gonna stop eating bread. And then, like 2 weeks after the year
Oh, wow.
started, I was like, I'm gonna stop drinking entirely because I don't need it.
Yeah.
And then after then, I was like getting in shape. And then once I moved into my own place, I was like, how am I gonna manage taking lunch to work?
Oh, yeah.
So what I did was I would spend a Saturday or a Sunday, maybe even just once a month. Actually, I've done it once since I've been back, and that was 2 months ago. And I've just happened to make casseroles like every other week, where I can just portion things off and freeze them. But yeah, I would take a Saturday or a Sunday, and I would just spend 3.5, 4 hours cooking. Usually a chili, a pasta bake. What else is on my standard things? Curry's just become on my list of things that I can make. I can't remember the other thing I usually make as well. It doesn't matter though. And yeah, I just have make massive amounts of food, shove it all in my freezer. I don't usually keep things in my freezer anyway. Like, I don't really have freezer food that I'd pull out and just be like, yeah, I'm going to cook that. It's all just prepared food anyway. And yeah, I've been like really into that since I moved here, which was 4 years ago now, which makes me feel really old because yeah, I've been doing that for 4 years. But when I moved in, one of the my initial places to reach out was the Good Guy Gamers, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But it means the Good Guy Gamers has been around for so long, and I'm just like, oh, I've been part of my life for so long now.
No, it really has. Oh, you're so right though, like spending that day just like cooking and everything. Like that's what I do every Sunday now. There's like 3 to 4 hours where I'm just like cooking. I put an extra challenge on myself though, and it's made it like really fun. I mess with numbers. So I'm trying to do 2 weeks of meals, like breakfast and lunch or lunch and dinner, like 2 meals a day, for 2 weeks for under $50. And it's tricky sometimes, but I've been doing it, and that makes me so happy. Just like this little extra challenge. So, yeah.
Nice. I can typically do about a month's worth of food in about 60 quid.
Oh, that's fantastic.
which is real good. But at the same time, I'm a vegetarian, so like I'm not buying any meat that's typically more expensive. Like over here, that's
Yeah.
way more expensive. So
That's a good
like
point.
adding that into your
Yeah.
diet, that really increases the value of things.
Hmm.
And like I keep it real simple as well. I'll just buy tins and dried beans and
Yeah.
rice, and it'll be a lot of the stuff that's cheap anyway. So,
Hmm.
but as long as it's nutritional, I'm happy with it.
No, exactly. It feeds you forever.
Yeah. Have you been trying out like new recipes and things for your kids?
Yes.
Yes.
That's kind of
Okay.
like the extra fun part too, is I love to cook. And I've always made the same thing over and over. So like with this, it wasn't just about meal prep or budgeting. It was also like, let's try new things. So like last week, for the very first time, I made a spaghetti squash, and I was like,
Cool.
this is amazing. It all peeled out with the fork and looked like spaghetti, and it tasted great. And I mean, it was just the coolest thing to get to work with like new things that I just haven't, opened myself up to before. So each week there's always a new, you know, some recipe or something. Like I think tomorrow I'm making like a strawberry tart or something. So I've never made like these desserts before. So I'm like, oh, let's give it a shot. It makes it a bit more fun. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
Awesome. That's something that like when Rachel and I were in the same space, like we'd pick out these new recipes all the time to try.
Aw.
And I am so not reluctant to try new recipes, but I am very much in a I know this recipe by heart, so I'll just stick to it because I know it's going to
Yeah.
give me good results.
You get
I
comfortable,
know I
right?
need to like broaden my horizons and be like, yes, I'm going to try these other things until I know them well enough, or I don't like them and then I'll move on to another recipe. But yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
I
feel like
definitely need to broaden my horizons.
I feel like you guys cooked something, and this is like a terrible statement because I can't remember what it was, but I think it was up on your Instagram or something,
Yeah.
but it looked delicious. I can't remember what it was, but I remember thinking to myself like, "Oh, that looks so good." And I want it.
We made so much stuff, and I was always like, yeah, I'm real proud of what we made, so let's post this somewhere. We made like homemade pizzas, we made
Pizzas,
curry,
that was
chickpea.
it. That's the one I'm
Was it?
thinking of, I think.
Yeah, there was one. The pizza that I remember posting was the one that we'd done like deep fried eggplant,
Uh-huh.
like with parmesan on it, and then put
That
on
looks
top
so
of the pizza. And it's
good.
like, oh my god, it was so tasty, and yeah, like that was real good. That's like my treat food as well. Like if I've had a long week and I've done all my exercise for the week, I'm just like, yes, I'm gonna go home on a Friday night and I'm gonna get myself a pizza and yeah, I'm just gonna relax.
There you go. Yeah, you have to have some little treat. That's why like anytime I meal prep, I always make sure to have something sweet like for the week because I love like, my sweet foods. It's just a matter of like not going crazy with them.
Oh yeah, I'm the worst. I have like the most ridiculous sweet tooth.
No.
I can't handle having sweet things in my apartment because if I have them here, I'll eat it all in like
Oh no.
as soon as it's open, I've essentially eaten the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
So I just can't have sweet things around because they're so I'm so
Out of sight,
bad.
out of mind, right? Yeah.
Yeah, basically. So I'm just like, I just won't even buy them, so then I don't even get tempted. And if I'm just like, oh, but I like having sweet things after I eat, like, I'll get myself like a pack of like 5 chocolate bars or something, and then 2 days later they'll all be gone.
Oh
I
no.
just have no self-control. I'm just like, this is terrible. What am I doing?
But they're so good, right?
It's
Yeah.
so tasty. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, and every day, like with my lunch as well, like talking about meal prep, I always make sure I have an apple. And on Thursday night, or Thursday during the day, I ate the last apple that I had. Thursday night, I got back in after the hour and a quarter drive home that was terrible, and I got in at 7:15, and I'm just like, okay, I need to go to bed in like 2 and a bit hours. But I need to buy myself an apple. It's freezing outside, so I had
no.
like my t-shirt, a shirt, a hoodie, and then like a proper jacket over the top. And I was like, I'm going on an expedition
For an apple.
for an apple, for one apple.
Was that the best apple you've ever had?
It was a pretty alright apple. Yeah,
Aw.
I have had better ones, And they were like out of packs of 6 as well. So I was just like, well, I'm just gonna get one, and then I'll buy the other ones when I
Oh
when
my
I can at
goodness.
the weekend, and it's all free.
You
Like,
fought a storm to get an apple.
yeah, just to get an apple, and then I bought other things for like dinner that night
Oh,
as well.
okay,
But
okay,
like,
good, good.
I
As long
wasn't
as
going to. It's just that like I really only went for the apple.
uh
I didn't need to buy anything else. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's all fun with meal prep. Like always,
It
I just
is.
love spending time in the kitchen, just being like, what am I gonna make, and then
Yeah,
just laying it
yeah.
out. I have a tendency, like a really bad tendency. I know the thing you should do is prepare all your veg and then start the cooking. But I'm always like, I'll cook, I'll chop
Oh
the
no.
first thing, start, and then I'll be like, I can do the rest of this. And then like I'm running around all over the place, being like, I can do everything I need. And it just always, it doesn't
Oh
always go
no.
poorly. It could be more efficient. Is what I'll say.
You get the end result, just don't look at everything in between, right? You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I find a lot of satisfaction too, just in the shopping. Because I shop recipe to recipe. That's kind of my goal. So like just going and I don't know, it's so satisfying to pick up all these fresh vegetables and fruits and stuff and like put them in your cart and you're just like, look at my cart. My cart is so healthy and happy right now, and I don't know, I walk away and I feel really good.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I try to make things with like a bunch of base materials and then like extraneous parts where needed. So yeah, I always have a decent stock of like onions and peppers
Yeah,
and
yeah.
jalapenos and some other things as well. Usually like mushrooms and tomatoes. I try to buy lettuce, and lettuce always goes off really quick, and I'm just
Oh
like,
my God,
why
yeah.
do I buy lettuce all the time? This is
I do the
terrible.
same thing, or rather I used to. I'd buy like bags and go like, I'm gonna eat salad, and then I didn't eat salad at all. Like,
I always start on it, and I'm just like, yes, this is good. This goes with this meal. And then like 2 days later, I'm just like, it's got to be thrown away now. This is the
yep.
worst. But I try my best to go through it. Oh well, it doesn't matter.
You try, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy, crazy. So yeah, I alluded to the GGG earlier.
Yes.
Things have been going on. The community started on the Rooster Teeth site as a group of people being like, yeah, we want to play some games together. Started playing on Xbox 360 and had a good time. And recently, the Rooster Teeth site profile for the Good Guy Gamers group seems to have just vanished.
I know, and it kind of, took us all by surprise. We don't go on Rooster Teeth very much anymore. I like to kind of joke with people that we've been around for, oh gosh, I think it's 4 years now, I think, coming up in June. So a lot of us who have been around for that long, or at least half of that time, have kind of like grown up with the group, like
Yeah.
I remember when I started, I was an undergrad and now I'm in a master's program and about to be out in the workforce and everything. We've had jobs. It's just crazy how much it's grown like that. So definitely that, Rooster Teeth being on it and really we're always, happy to have people come in and join us, definitely. But it's more kind of like, if you come to us, like, hey, we'll welcome you with open arms. But we're not really going out anymore and going like, do you wanna, come in here?
Yeah.
But I
think
think
like group presence on the Rooster Teeth site is at an all-time low.
Oh.
Like not in terms of Good Guy Gamers, just
In general.
In general.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
groups
kind
just don't
of tough
seem to
to manage now a little bit more, like the actual page itself. But I think what happened with us, because at first I thought it was because we had been inactive. Maybe they had just closed the page, but it looks like our creator, something happened to his account. Either he closed it, it was closed, or something. And because he created the original page, I think our group page was taken away when his account left. So we're kind of hoping that maybe we can pull it back, but worst comes to worst, we might just recreate it and maybe see some new faces and everything like that. So
maybe recreate it if you think it's a viable
Yay!
thing to do, because
We
the
have a Facebook
activity's
group.
quite
Yeah, come join
yeah,
our
there's a
Facebook
Facebook
group.
so that's where all the updates get posted anyway.
Exactly,
and, like, that's where
exactly.
everyone is, and then
Facebook,
you
Discord,
always
we're kind
get,
of.
always get seen. Just anyone that turns up on the Facebook gets like, "Here, come join us in the Discord." And
Exactly.
we can chat, right?
We have like a step process now. Like, oh, okay, here you go. Come play with us.
Come play with
We'll
us.
direct you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, lots of memories were on that page though. I think that's the part that I will miss, is all those past chats before we got a WhatsApp group and a Discord group and
Yeah, because there was a
you know.
forum, wasn't there, within
Yeah,
the group,
yeah,
and,
all the
like, all that kind of
forums.
thing. It's just like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And,
But
yeah,
we've grown, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like discarding old clothes, sometimes necessary. I don't know. I'm too
yeah.
metaphorical today.
I need to get rid of some clothes. That's beside the point, really, isn't it?
Hey, now's the
But
time, right? With all your
I know.
going through stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I need to think about what clothes I actually need. Why? But yeah. What else was I gonna say? Yeah. Associated with good guy gamers, we play lots of games. What games have you been playing recently?
Well, basically, I've kind of found two games, and one I'm kind of hoping to get back into soon. But one is always Overwatch. I think it's great. I hop in for a round, play around, hop out.
Oh, they just added a new character, didn't they?
They
New
did.
hero.
So she's still on the. Oh my
PCR,
God, what is
probably.
it called? The
Public.
yeah, that's it. So she's still there, and I've heard such good things about. My brain like died for a second. Heard really good things about her. So I like to wait until they come to like the game.
Yeah.
So I haven't played her yet because I'm just looking forward to that. But I'm really excited because I don't know, I'm a big fan of strong female characters, and I just love seeing them. And Overwatch is like such a good game for that. So having another one, I'm just kind of like, yes, awesome, and she's got a big shield, and I'm very excited. And then the other game is I splurged a little bit and I bought Elder Scrolls Online. So
Oh, nice.
going through that a bit. I need to get back into it though. So
Nice.
what about yourself? What have you been playing?
I've been playing, as always, Monster Hunter and Diablo 3. I've been talking about them massively recently. And Monster Hunter is just a fantastic game. I'm having a great time with it. I just cleared.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I completed the campaign like a week and a half after it came out. And then there's missions that keep on being handed out once you hit certain levels. And your character just keeps on increasing their hunter rank.
Okay.
And there's investigations that are all different things, and it's just a good time. It's good fun. There's a big end game grind to get all the items and augment all your weapons and armor so that then it's stronger than ever. And it's just stuff I want to keep playing. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the drop that unlocks augmentation for me. Because you need a specific drop, and I just can't find the right investigation.
So it's keeping you in because it's you have to wait for that. And you mentioned something interesting that I didn't know. That it's gonna come out on PC.
Yes, it's prospectively coming out on PC in August. I think it might have said
Yes.
August, or it might have said autumn.
Oh,
Now-
don't you toy with my heart like this. You told me August, that's my birthday month and everything. I'm sitting here like, oh yes, a treat for myself. It turns out to be autumn. I'm gonna fly over to you and knock on your door with strong words.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
You won't be there though, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, it plays nicely. It's fun. It's I want to say it's like Dark Souls because it's big boss fights, but it's people who are it's like Dark Souls, are the people who are who have been playing Dark Souls first, and then there's people who are who are Monster Hunter fans, and they're just oh, it's Dark Souls is like Monster Hunter, but with more little enemies and anything can kill you, and it's just it's a weird circular description that you see between the two games at the moment. But the combat's good. I'm just trying to learn what abilities each of the monsters has, and it's just fun. There's just like a bunch of different monsters. They're just about to add some more. I say just about to. They're going to add some more at some point in the future.
Ooh.
There's weekly quests and things like that to do.
Oh, wow.
I know everyone's been playing. A lot of people in the GGG have been playing Destiny 2 recently, and there's like lots of weekly things to do there. But Monster Hunter's kind of replaced Destiny 2 as my weekly game.
Okay,
where
yeah,
I'll
I
find
can see
myself a
that.
grind of something to do. And like the problem I have is like Destiny 1, it really got me back into first person shooters, and then Destiny 2's just kicked me out of wanting to play first person shooters. And
Oh, no.
I've always been a fan of Dark Souls since it came out, and now I'm just like, oh, it's a game that's like that. It's a third person action adventure game. It's got big swords, and I'm just like, well, this suits me perfectly, so why would I even bother with anything else?
Yeah, really.
So yeah, now I've been put off of first person shooters, which is fine, because I was never into them in the past that much.
You just
and
got
then
in because
Destiny
that
1, I
one.
just got into one that was really good, and yeah, now it's faded.
Yeah.
But I've always been like third person action adventure. Actually, that reminds me that like one of my favourite games of all time is Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus, which was the Vincent Valentine on PS2, like twin stick shooter, third person shooter, and it was amazing. It was so much
Oh,
fun.
wow. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I know, I've so...
Right. They're so good.
They look beautiful. Like, and what is it, the movie moments that, like, happen within them, like, I've seen the YouTube montages and everything, but I've never sat down and, like, played one before.
Oh, nice. I've been listening to Glitch Please recently. Yeah, because Ashley from Rooster Teeth, she's been playing and trying to perfect Final Fantasy X, the HD remaster.
Oh,
on
okay.
like, PS Vita and PS4 at the moment. I've been playing it also, and that's like my favourite Final Fantasy game. But yeah, she was talking about how it's like she's I don't know, she reached the end of the game in about 60 hours.
Oh,
But
wow.
she's put another 60 hours in just trying to get one of the achievements done, like since like the end of the game. It's kind of ludicrous, like how much that game can just sink out of your life. It's just a time sink. And
Yeah.
I really want to like get into doing all the achievements and everything in that game. But that's not to say anything other than I think Final Fantasy X is fantastic, and it is available on Steam at the moment anyway.
Oh.
I think most of the Final Fantasies are available.
I think so.
Steam.
I think I've seen a lot of sales, especially for those earlier ones. Like, they always seem to pop up on that homepage.
Yeah. 10 and 10.2 are bundled together on PS4. I'm not sure if they are in Steam, but they're real good. 11's online only, as is 14. So they're MMOs rather than just straight up role-playing games. 12 is alright. I like it. A lot of people don't like it because it's kind of significantly different. In all of the other games prior to it, you'd encounter enemies like randomly in the world, whereas in 12...
Oh, okay.
enemies were just littered around the world, so you'd like never go into an actual battle.
Oh,
So
isn't
you need to be
there...
set up properly?
Wasn't there an online one as well?
Yeah, yes, 11 and 14 are both online, so they're...
Okay.
But I can't remember which one's got more support at this time.
I remember when it first came out, and then all I saw was, like, images about it and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I think that was probably 11.
Okay.
Yeah, 11's been out for ages, 14's been out, I guess, more recently, because 13 came out probably 8 years? 8 years ago? Sounds way too far ago. But I can't remember.
These games have been around for forever. I
For
can't remember
ages.
which Final Fantasy it was, but I remember going to a friend's house, and she had one of the games and, like, loved it and loved the characters, and yeah, it was nuts. I was like, I think I was 16, so like 10 years ago. Oh, that's great. I feel old. I don't want to talk about that.
Well, I remember playing Final Fantasy X like on my PS2,
Oh,
and that'd been like after it came out, which was in 2000. So I played that years ago. Years ago. That makes me
oh my
feel
God,
so old.
we can't talk about that.
We can't go down that road.
We're young people.
Yeah, we are. We aren't old. Definitely not old. but yeah, if you want any recommendations on Final Fantasy, I recommend Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
It will take a bunch of time out of your life, though.
Oh goodness. Yeah, that's always the
Not
problem.
much,
Like
not
with
much
big
I can
games.
say other than that, really. And then yeah, you've got Final Fantasy VII's like a classic. I've never finished it, so I'm like, oh, I don't really know what's going on. And then eight's good. Eight's got a great story, but it's kind of a little obtuse at points.
Okay.
Difficult to
Okay.
follow where things are going on. And it's one of those games where you'd want to be keeping playing it all the time.
Uh-oh.
Because I've definitely put it down like 3 or 4 times and then come back to it and been like, don't know where I'm going, have to start over. And that could be
Oh
like,
no.
that could be 10 hours in, that could be 50 hours in. So
Oh.
I'm just like, I don't know where I'm at.
Kind of hit or miss, yeah, because, yeah.
But yeah, that's an alright thing. But yeah, I want to have a look at what games are on Steam. I've got a whole bunch of games in my library I need to play. I know I need to play them.
Yeah, I think the last time we talked, it was you were playing games that you hadn't touched really before or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to finish more games. That was one of my goals for the year. I finished
Yeah.
I technically finished Monster Hunter. I do want to work on all the achievements, which is cool and everything, but that's going to take many, many hours. I should probably focus on something else for the time being. Especially as, Steam sales come around and you're just like, I can buy and play that game. Yes. And then it just doesn't happen. It never happens.
Nope.
But I've got these games that I really, really want to play. So I'm going to try and finish Hexcel's Plus soon. Given that I'm going to be at my parents' and I don't know
that's
how
kind of
good their internet's going to be.
Oh, that's true.
Because
Yeah.
they live in the countryside.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, I might as well just play games that are already on my laptop. Yeah. But, yeah, we'll see.
Now you have to like rethink everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much. No, no, I know what I'm doing. So, yeah, awesome. Yeah. Where can we find you and the Good Guy Gamers across the internet?
Well, I'm lots of places, so I'm definitely on the Facebook page for Good Guy Gamers. I post so much on there, and then I accidentally make polls and then don't know how to remove them, so there's tons of little polls up there. I'm also...
And everyone adds their own options
And
to the
everyone...
polls as well.
I didn't know how to stop it at first, so the first time I did that, I was like, everyone's putting up their things, and I was like, oh no. But yeah, so I'm there. I'm also, I'm on Twitter as Lord of the Decaf, which is completely false now because, yeah, that it's not decaf anymore, but
No.
that's the handle. I'm also on YouTube as The Emma Dilemma. I think that's about it. I think that's where I live.
You're also on Instagram at Beat.
I am. Oh my God, pulling it back just a little bit, all this like fitness and meal prep stuff. One of the ways when I take my walks, I keep myself motivated. I take like one picture every walk and I put it up on my Instagram. So my Instagram is like, I'm using it so much more now, just like trying to keep myself motivated. So it's all nature pictures and everything.
Nice.
So yeah, come follow me there for some palm trees.
Cool. I guess I can be found across the internet at DestroyTopham or at Etherfar, depending on where you're looking. That's like Twitter and Instagram. Twitter has both, Instagram only has Etherfar. And this is the Easily Excitable podcast. Follow me on Twitter at Easily Excitable, I think. Easily Excitable Pod, I think. Oh, I'm not really sure.
One of those.
Should probably know that, to be honest.
Probably know your podcast.
Yeah. Should probably know my podcast's Twitter. Oh well. I'd like to share the Good Guy Gamers Twitter is good_guy_gamers. You can reach out to there, but I don't know how much use that actually sees at the moment. But
yeah, I kind of overview everything, and then when it looks good, we hop on the other one. So I do my little monitor. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, cool. Thank you very much for being my guest this week.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you everyone for listening. Have an exciting week. Goodbye.
Yes.